Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I'm doing WIP of the week today, but I want to work on my diamond painting. I've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah 8, so I cut this out last night ready to start it this morning. This is an Alice page. I can't read it upside down. Simona Candin, I think. I'm reading it upside down because the canvas is currently upside down because of the way that I've been working on this top bit. Let me try and move it a tiny bit for you. It is awkward because it's a big one, and I have been working on this for a good few months now, on and off. But that is the very top of it, just here. So this, if I do it upside down, it's closer for me to do these bits. And then when I move into this side, I will turn it this way. When I'm working on this side, I will turn it this way. And then I'll probably leave like the centre one till last, maybe. I'm hoping that it's not too dark. I'm just working with natural lighting today. I don't actually have a light dedicated just for the dining table. My desk is behind me because this diamond painting is too big to fit on my desk. Now, I will just say, if I bring you in a little bit closer, I've marked 3 of the colours up, or 2 of the colours up wrong. You can see here that they're mixed together. So in these bits, this was like, I started this last year, this diamond painting, finally coming back to finishing it. This was all meant to be one solid colour, and now it's a mixture. If I hadn't told you, you might not have noticed. And then the other thing that I mixed up is where we've got these what's meant to be this colour. Is it that colour? I'm getting mixed up again now. So it's that way around. No, I got that right. I got that right. I was thinking I was doing it wrong. Oh, and the other thing to add as well, I did add my Aurora Borealis, some extra ones. I got this colour, and do I have the other colour handy? I do. I just got these 2 little packs off Etsy just because I wanted to try them out again. I got these last year. This is the first time that I'm pulling them out. But it is the 310 AB, which is a black, but it's got like blues and purples as it bounces off it. And then a gorgeous purple colour. I'm going to invest in a couple more of these because I've just used them in the highlights of her eyes. Both colours. If I just bring you in. I'm hoping that this camera is going to be okay. I'm using my vlogging camera to record this. Just, it's easier to pop it onto my table, whereas my other camera is better for zooming in. But you can see the extra sparkle on her eyes, and that's because of these 2 products. So I think they were about £4.50 a pack. Now, if you're just using them in little areas like that, they're going to last you ages and ages and ages. But let's say that I wanted to take out the black in the bowl and wanted to replace it with one of these. I'm imagining that I probably would have gone through the whole bag because I don't actually know how many is in here. It just says 10 gram. So yeah, I'm going to have a look at more of these because I do really enjoy adding my own little accents. Oh, actually, I'm not going to be able to show you. Well, I'll have to show you when I finish this painting. But there's a bit at the bottom that's got a sweetie on it, and it says "Eat Me." I've added my own drills to them as well, just to make it extra sparkly. So let's just start off. This is the storage system that I use. I've got 2 of these now, but in hindsight I probably should have got one that was double layered and then I didn't have 2 cases, but I really enjoy using these. I watched a couple of reviews on this case before purchasing it, and a lot of people were saying how irritating it was to keep doing that, but I don't mind it. I prefer these over the clicky ones, because the clicky ones, they can break your nails. They can break your nails. So like I said, I hope that the lighting's okay. I might try and open up my other blind a little bit more before we get started. My diamond painting pens that I switched between are both purchased off Amazon. They're only cheap ones. I mean, this one was like £8. This one was probably about £7 or £8, and they're both just as good as one another. They've both got a single placer on the end, if the camera will show you, which it's not doing. Come on, camera. No. And then there's a 4 placer on this side. I'm going to change the settings on the camera. Right, so the blind's open, so it should be a little bit more brighter, and I've changed the settings on the camera so it should be able to. There you go. So I've got a 5 on this one, and on the other one I've got a 4, so I'm just bouncing between the two. What other things will I be using, just so I can explain it now? This tray is the tray that came with the Misty Cart mirrors, and I just painted the bottom half with black acrylic because I noticed with it being a see-through case, when I was putting it down and there was a big chunk of one colour and I was putting that colour in, it was difficult to see in the tray, so I just painted it dark. But when I'm using a dark colour, let's say this one is really dark, it's difficult to then see it on here. So it's trying to find the perfect thing that works. I do have this brand new tray that I've only used once, and it's from I can't read the writing on there is writing on there, Shiny Shazza, I think that says Shiny Zaza. Now I don't like this for the square drills that I'll be using for this kit. It doesn't slide round, they just stick there even the wrong way around, so maybe it'll be better for the circle ones. But it was a resin one that I purchased off Etsy, so I might use that, I might not, because it isn't the best for squares. This is better. What other things will I be using? I've got the pink wax from Diamond Art Club. I have got this in one of my tools, the Quake hold. Now I paid about £8 for this, but it's going to last me forever. There's so much in there. Got it off Amazon. That's pretty good with the multiplacer. And the very last things is this, and this has been joked about what it looks like, but when I first opened it I got it with one of the cases. I thought that must be a gimmick, but this is a game changer. It is a game changer. As I'm doing it, I'll show you what you do with it. And if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have got through that Misty Cart mirrors and that butterfly one so quickly. This is a lifesaver, because when you come to tipping slower. When you come to tipping the drills back into the little containers, you'll get the odd one that sticks there and doesn't want to move, so I was using a paintbrush to get it out. Whereas with this, you just dump it in there, and really you can dump it in as hard as you want and they all go in, and it's, you know, there's no issue. So yeah, I can't recommend that enough. I nearly said that enough. So I'm just going to start. I want to do the hashtags. Is that what they are? The hashtags? The hashes? Is that what they call them? I really should know. Oh lovely, it's just started raining as well. I hope it comes down with really really thick rain, and then my video will pick it up. And Mr. Postman has just walked past, so there's a possibility that the door might go. It is my husband's birthday a week tomorrow. A week tomorrow? Yeah, a week tomorrow. Is it the 19th? On that Friday. And I've just noticed there's a drill. Let me just double check actually. Oh no, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's next Sunday's birthday. So yeah, you might have cards being delivered. But I've kept my wedding ring off as well. I did my fake tan this morning. I give myself a nice pamper this morning. I took my nails off yesterday, my acrylic nails, which took me 2.5 hours. But I used a drill, and a proper electric drill, and it's managed to keep all of my nails intact. So then this morning I've just, yeah, Mr. Postman's here. It's a good job I pressed pause then, because he did knock on the door. Yeah, so there's 2.5 hours to do yesterday. And after I'd done that I was so frustrated, so I needed to finish them off this morning. So I put gel on them and cured it with a UV light, and then added these little crystals. Now they're not diamond painting crystals, before you think, you know, the camera's not going to pick it up. They're not diamond painting, they're specifically made for nails. Just show you that side as well. Yeah, they're specifically made for nails. Oh, before I start, just very quickly, I'll show you what came in the post. It's not colouring or art related, but I think it is quite sweet. It is a puzzle. It's a puzzle that we've got for my mother-in-law for her birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow actually. You might see this video Friday, so it'll be a birthday then. But we got this puzzle, and I think it's a lovely picture of Isabel and my husband, but I think this bit was going to take her forever, and I'm happy about that. Happy about that, because she's always moaning about how quickly she gets through certain puzzles, so that's definitely going to be a a little bit harder for her to do, so I can't wait to see her face tomorrow when she opens that and realises what she actually has to do. I sound dead mean, don't I? I sound dead mean. So I think I'll start off with this 4-placer. So I didn't show you how I did that and made them all. I'll do it on the next colour. But I'm going to tilt this just ever so slightly because it helps me work a little bit better. And I'm going to end up banging the camera as well. So I'll just have to move you up just a little bit. I'll probably only be able to manage about half an hour of this. I've noticed that ever since me starting diamond painting, I'll just zoom you in instead. This way it might make a noise for a minute. Yeah, I've noticed that recently I've been getting severe back pain, and I'm putting it down to me diamond painting. I already have backache through lifting Isabel up. I don't know if I said it in last week's WIP. She's 3 stone now. She's 3 stone of pure love. 3 stone of pure love. Yeah, so I already suffer with the back pain as it is, but I was just noticing that it was getting quite severe. I mean, to the point where I was taking painkillers and putting gels on it and sprays and stuff, and nothing was helping. So when I was sat here diamond painting last night, I think I only diamond painted about 20 minutes before I give up, and I couldn't even sit at my desk behind me, even though I was saying that I was loving going back and forth. So I gave myself, well, my body a bit of a break last night, and I didn't sit at any of the desks. I actually sat on the sofa and watched Stranger Things on the iPad, and it does feel better today. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do once or twice a week, instead of literally just sitting here and doing anything crafty or anything art wise. I'm going to have to think, you know, you're lifting a 3 stone kid up several times a day. Give your body a bit of a break and just lie down and just sit back and relax, sort of thing, instead of, because obviously when you're diamond painting, I don't know about you, but I try and keep my back straight, but then if I do that, my neck is sort of arched over, whereas if I slump, my neck and head is closer, but then my back hurts. So I have got a canvas that not a canvas, what they call the like a board to keep this more upright. I hate it. I hate diamond painting on it, because I feel like instead of placing the drills down and I'm placing the drills like that way, I feel like it's falling down. It's probably not going to do, but that's what I feel like, and I can't do it like that. So this is the way that is working at the moment. I'm going to actually change the wax in my pen so I can show you that on just how I do it. So I've got a blade here. Now if you're using any sort of blade, do be careful. But I just pop that blade. I know you probably won't see because the camera's having a dicky fit, but I just take that wax out with that blade and just discard that. I'm checking if there's any more in there. There is a tad bit in there. I'd love to try paddy wax, but I looked on Etsy and I can't justify. The price of the paddy wax is really reasonable, but to ship it here to the UK it was like £15, so that it was like more than the actual product. I'm trying to convince my friend to go hers with me, because she started diamond painting more recently. So Kirsty, if you're watching it, go hers with me. Stop being mean. I'm only joking. Right, so the blade can go back on there now. And I've just been mixing it up with what I have actually been using. I used blue tack a lot up until recently actually, but I do like the Diamond Art Club wax, as you can see with how much I've used in this one. I'm going to smush it all together and try and you're probably cursing at me now. What's she doing to it? But it had loads of holes in it. And I know some people suffer from, what's it called? Trigophobia, the one with the holes. I mean, I don't suffer with that, but I can imagine it not being very nice for some people. I just want to try and do this on camera, so I'll put that on there. and just force it in, sort of thing. I might be doing this completely wrong, but it's what's been working for me, and now it's in the pen. It's in the pen. Oh, I've got a little birdie in the garden. It's a little starling. You know, I remember what starlings are because there was an episode, and you see that's filled up now. There was an episode of Blue Peter on. I must have only been about 7, 8, 9. I was only young, and I used to watch Blue Peter at the weekend. And there was an episode, and it was something to do with the population of starlings going down, and they asked all the kids to count how many starlings you can see in one outing, and that's how I learnt what a starling was. It's funny, isn't it, how you remember certain things. So, like I've said before, I've upped to the 5 placer, but I'm just switching between the 2. I do probably actually prefer the 4 placer. I think I've got more, what's the right word? Precision for placing the drills on. And I've just been really enjoying it. I am a bit gutted, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Sammy from Colouring Chat with Sammy, we've got each other on Facebook, and she tagged me in a post. Oh, where did that just go? Did it go back in the trail? Yeah, she tagged me in a post on Facebook, and it was a Damn Dark Club post, and it was Game of Thrones being released. It was weird because the night before, and I swear to God, I swear on my daughter's life, the night before I was thinking, I wish Diamond Dark Club would bring, like, you know, something that I know out. Like, I'm not into like the Wonder Woman or the Batman or anything like that. I wish they'd bring out like a Game of Thrones or a Jurassic Park one would be epic. Oh, how good would that be with Rexa? Yeah, so I was literally thinking that night before, and then Sammy had tagged me in this post. I was like, oh my God. So there's one that's the throne. All of the background is like a beige colour, and it's got all the house symbols like around the throne, which I thought, oh God, that look, you know, so good framed. And then I saw the next one, which is the Night King, and then you've got like a little silhouette of Jon Snow at the very bottom. It's a really famous scene. Was it Hard Home? Might have been Hard Home. A big epic battle scene anyway, with all the White Walkers and whatnot. It was the Night King putting his arms up, and if you've seen that scene, you'll know what I'm talking about, where he's raising the dead. And then the very last one was Drogon, which I love it, absolutely love it. It's just a massive Drogon with him spitting fire and the words Dracarys coming out of his mouth in flames. It's just epic. It's an epic size. I'm finished with this one now, I'll show you this. So you just pop that in there. You just tip them in. There's no ass farting around, there's no messing around. I mean, I've got one stuck there, just tap it and that's it, it's in. I mean, check the inside before you move it. I would not be diamond painting if I didn't have that thing. Yeah, so back to the Drogon. It's epic, and I mean epic. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so I was sat last night after I'd fed Isabel. I fed her a little bit early because I knew that I wanted to be a little bit free, and I had my phone in front of me. She was just having dessert at the time, chocolate and a banana, so she could feed that herself. And I had my phone and I was checking every 2 minutes for this release, and then it come to 5 o'clock, and I think it was a couple of minutes before 5 o'clock that it released. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'd already looked at, there was a couple of videos, films. Yeah, there's a couple of videos on YouTube of like unboxings and stuff like that already online, so I knew what they were about, you know. As soon as I saw the sneak peek on the Facebook post, I went ahead and had a look and see if there was any unboxings. So I watched them, so I knew that I wanted the Drogon one, and I would have liked the other two, but it was the Drogon one that I really, really wanted. And then I saw the price. And I think it's either £104 or £114. Like, oh my God. And it was on a slight discount. Let me just check now. So I just pulled it up on my phone. So this is the new arrivals. You've got the Iron Throne, the red and beige one. It's reduced to 63, so it's got 19% off. I really like that Wonder Woman one. I'm not into like superhero characters, but I think that is beautiful with all the different colours. There's the Night King one that I was telling you about, with the Night King in the background. There's a little silhouette of Jon Snow. And this is the Drogon one, 104. So I thought it was either 104 or 114. And it's 20% off with £83. I can't justify spending £83 on one diamond painting. Danny wouldn't be happy. Danny wouldn't be happy. I've got it in my cart there because one of my friends messaged me this morning and said you can get a buy one get one free offer, or you can get them both at half price, and that code wouldn't work for me, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm drooling over it, but I did say to my friend I'll just have to wait and see if it comes on either a more significant reduction, or maybe there's like an event or something and it goes on promotion. I don't know, but I'm gutted about it. I would have loved that, and I would have definitely framed it in what's going to be my room, because I love Drogon. I mean, I've got the tattoos. I've got the 3 dragon tattoos. I was actually going to go shopping yesterday. I needed some new summer clothes, and there's a cheap store over here called Primark, but actually the prices have gone up recently. And I usually buy just like little tops in there and, you know, pyjamas, that sort of thing. So I thought I'm going to nip in and get some summery bits. We're coming to the warmer weather. And then I saw that release and I thought, no, I'm not going to go, I'll save my pennies. And then last night I was gutted because I should have just gone into town. And spent like 20-30 quid and just bought some basic tops. But I couldn't go out today because I was waiting in for that parcel, that puzzle that you've just seen. So yeah, I'm in for the day now. I can't go in tomorrow because I've actually got a team review meeting at Isabel's school at 1:15. So both me and my husband are attending that. And that's basically, it's everyone that's involved in Isabel's care. We're all coming together and speaking about different things. Now, I've been having issues with her splints. She came home yesterday from school. Her highness at the top of her chest wasn't on correctly, which is dangerous being on the bus. So that was the first thing I wasn't happy about. And then the bus attendant that looks after her said that she'd had to loosen one of the straps because they were digging into her leg. And I said, you know, thanks for doing that. That's what I would have done. And she let me know where it was. And then once I got Isabel in the house, she bawled her eyes out. And it weren't like her usual moaning or whinging for things. It was, her bottom lip was shaking. There was real tears. She was really upset. And I was cuddling her and like saying, are you alright? And it probably made it worse actually. But then I took the splints off and checked underneath the socks, and it really marked her right leg. It was a right leg. Really marked it. And we've had nothing but issues with the wheelchair as well, with strapping her feet in. So I thought, you know what, sod it. And I wrote in the diary that night, after I'd calmed her down, it took me a solid, I want to say about 40 minutes of her being really upset, of me singing nursery rhymes and making funny faces and dancing round to calm her down. And I finally did calm her down and popped her in a chair, and I wrote in the diary, I'm not putting her in them splints anymore up until I speak to the physio on Friday, because I want them to explain to me in more detail what is it beneficial at her wearing the splints. I've got a good idea, it's to do with her ankles. But if they say, well, it's going to take months and months and months for us to see any change, something else needs to be done. Maybe she has to go back to the specialist footwear instead, because I'm not happy. She was so upset yesterday, and I can't be dealing with that every single day when she's coming home from school. I mean, she's at school all day, and then she's coming home, and then she's having a tea, and then she's practically going to bed. I'm not seeing her. So for the time that I do see her and do have to look after her, so she gets home at like 4 o'clock. It differs. Sometimes it can be 20 to 4, sometimes it can be 4:15. It depends on the day and traffic. So then once I've got her in and we've played for a bit and I've got her changed and she's had a tea, that's gone about 5 o'clock-ish, maybe a little bit earlier. And then we take her upstairs at 20 to 7, 20 to 7, 6:15 if it's a bath night, and then 20 to 7 we are religious with routine, by the way. Routine has always worked for us. So yeah, we take her up about 20 to 7, so I'm just like, the time that I have got with her and I have to look after her, and I don't want her coming home and being all upset, because when you're having to deal with a special needs child, at the best of the time it's difficult lifting them and manoeuvring them and getting them to do physio and this, that and the other. And then when she's having basically a full-on meltdown, you can't do anything with her because she's stiffening her legs that hard. Everyone says, oh God Debbie, isn't she strong? Isn't she strong? I said, no, actually she's not strong, it's the muscle tone. This is what the problem is with the cerebral palsy. See how easy that was? We've got a straggler. You back in? So yeah, there's going to be a couple of, not necessarily crosswords tomorrow, but I'm going to speak my mind. Because before I had Isabel, I was quite, I don't want to say a nervous person. I weren't nervous around strangers or anything like that, but I'd be careful the way that I worded things. And I wouldn't say certain things because I knew it would upset people. Not saying that I purposely go out to upset people now, but if I've got a problem and it's regarding my daughter, I will speak up now. I'll not worry about what people think of me. There's plenty of them physios that we used to see. I bet you they thought that I was alright, okay? because I spoke my mind, and I wasn't having it basically. So I bet you they were glad to see the back of me when she started school. But yeah, it was horrible that yesterday. It was horrible. But this weekend we haven't really got much planned. I'm going to a friend's, I don't want to say what it is in case she doesn't want me to say what it is. And I can't remember whether they've mentioned it or not. Is that right? Yeah, so I'm going to something this weekend, and just a visit sort of thing. I don't know how long I'll be there. It all depends on Isabel's behaviour. I'm hoping that I could stay around and help with clean up. That's the idea. But we'll see. We'll see how well she's behaving. And then not really much on Sunday, to be totally honest. We've got a couple more bits in the garage that we need to sort out. My husband needs to take them to the tip. And yeah, not really much else. Just probably a chill weekend. Maybe take her out for like a woodland walk. She loves stuff like that. I'm here all morning. I'm doing my nails and stuff, and nobody rings me. As soon as I press record, my phone goes. Yeah, so my husband says to me, are you not going into town today? Considering he didn't go yesterday. He didn't know the reason why he didn't go yesterday. I didn't tell him, because of the diamond paintings and saving money and stuff. Because I don't want him to, you know, feel bad. So I haven't told him. But anyway, so I said, no, I'm stopping in today. I need to stop in anyway for that puzzle for your mum. He said, alright. He said, do you not get bored in the house on your own? What do you do? He said, I'd lose my head sort of thing. I said, no. I said, after I've sorted Isabel out in the morning, and I have a shower. Oh, I've just knocked the camera, sorry. I either have a shower. I'm a morning person, shower. There's one left over in there. And then I've done the housework and the washing, and then depending what I'm doing for tea, I've prepped tea and stuff, and then I do try and take the dog out, depending if I've had a bad night with Isabel, then I won't do. And then it'll be either doing my art for my own peace of mind and my diamond painting, or for my filming purposes. I can't possibly film everything. I haven't got the patience to sit here and film everything, and I think you'd soon get bored of me if I actually filmed everything that I did regarding diamond painting or art. I really do think you'd get bored of me. You get bored of my voice and you'd be thinking, oh god. So yeah, that's another reason why I don't record absolutely everything, and I do it for my own mental health, especially lately. I think I spoke about it in the last WIP of the week. I honestly felt like I was cracking up last week. I really did. I do feel better this week, but I do think it's because I've had a bit of a break from the kids. That break was needed, sort of thing. Why do you just keep sticking to the pen? That is so irritating. I've not even had my dinner yet as well, so that's good for me. It's just about 12:30, it's 26 minutes past. And I'm just noticing that my tummy's hungry and my back's just starting to go, right, Debbie, you need to either get up and move around, or you need to stop this, whatever you're doing. So this is what I mean about sitting here diamond painting. But I'm just desperate to get this one finished, not necessarily because I want to start another one. It's just I've had this as a WIP. Gosh, I'll have to look back at my orders, but it was like over a year ago, if not like 18 months before, don't want to say it, COVID. So coming up to like 2.5 years ago now. And yeah, it's if I put it back in its box one more time and don't finish it, it will never get finished. And I've got so little to do. Oh, another birdie in the garden. I've got so little to do, I'd be irritated with myself, because they're not cheap, are they? They're not cheap diamond paintings. Stick down. I think I put a little bit too much wax in the pen because it's coming out either side. And that's what the issue is here. And I do tend to take a little bit longer with the square ones, because I think you have to be a little bit more precise with how you're placing them. Is there any other companies that you recommend that is, you know, the quality's just as good as Diamond Art Club? I would love to know. I would love to know. But I don't want to be one of them people that becomes a fanatic diamond painter, because then I won't be doing any art. I won't be doing any art, so I'm trying my best not to. I don't think I could, yeah, I couldn't actually. I couldn't just do this as my main hobby, because I think I'd soon get bored of it, because I'm not doing, you know, picking my own colours and stuff. So I do like sometimes like sitting here and it's telling me what to do, but other times I want to do what I want to do, and I can't do that with a diamond painting that's telling me what colours to put down. But one of my friends as well recently got one of the mystery kits, and I don't think that I could buy a mystery kit without knowing what the image was. But in saying that, I think I want to do one and see what the image is beforehand, just like a quick glimpse, just to make sure that I like the image, because it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money for you to not like the image. But you don't actually necessarily know what colours that you're putting down. Like, I would know that this is a picture of a girl coming out of a house, miniaturised, blah blah blah, but that was it. That's all I'd know. But I don't know that she's going to have blue eyes or blonde hair. Do you know what I mean? So there's some element of surprise in there. I'm wondering, because as soon as I saw that Mystic Art Mirrors had released the mystery kit, I messaged one of my friends on Instagram, and because they'd just got it, and I said, can you do me a favour and just send me a sneak peek? And I could only see it in black and white. I couldn't see the colours or anything like that, so they'd be kept as a surprise. I don't know. Have you done a mystery kit before? I don't know. I think I'll just pick one more colour to do, and then my back is sort of telling me now, right, you need to get up and move around, and my tummy's telling me it's dinner time. So I'm going to do all these plus symbols here, just checking that there's none anywhere else. So I'll dump all them in, and we've got a random blue in there. I think it's all on the wrist action doing this. Is it all on the wrist action? And yeah, multi-placing is a lifesaver. I've seen them ones that are like circle and you go and it puts them on. I don't think in a million years I could do that. I really don't. I think they'd be going all over like that instead of it being a beautiful perfect straight line. No, I don't think I'd get away with that. So the 4 and the 5 multi-places we'll have to do. I picked an extra one up there by mistake, so that will have to just stay there. You do get as well tweezers with the squares, and I do like the tweezers actually for the Aurora Borealis ones, because these are right pain in the bum to put down with the normal drill pen. is it just me that has that issue? But I love the way that they look, I just don't like putting them down. So if I had a diamond painting that was really block colour and it had loads of them aurora borealis, I'd be like, oh, couldn't do that, couldn't do that. So I'm just double checking that there's no more pluses. But slowly but surely I'm getting there with this. I think, what are we now with Thursday? I'm not going to be able to work on it much tomorrow unless I do it tomorrow night. But because my back's just like, you can't do this for very long, I think it's going to take me a little bit longer to actually achieve the finish. So if I lift it up, I think you're as high up as you can get there, unfortunately. Are you zoomed in? You zoomed in a little bit, so yeah, that's the very... So if I show you now, that's only that very small section that I just did. But if I pull it down, everything's getting in the way. It is a big one. It's a big, it's nearly the size of my dining table, this one. It is a 56 by 74 and yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this diamond painting, but I just want to get it done now. It feels like it's irritating me and teasing me every time I walk past. Just finish me, so hopefully not too long. But I'm going to end the video here. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I know that not everyone's into diamond painting, but nonetheless, I'm enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying it actually. But anyway, take care of yourself, and until my next video, bye.